Thanks for listening to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast. I'm Kayla,
And I'm Emily.
and we're passionate about holistic wellness that real people with real lives can achieve.
We see you out there striving for perfection, but we want you to know that good enough can be good enough.
Before we get started, everything we talk about in this show is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. Always talk to your healthcare provider before making any changes to your diet, lifestyle, medication, or supplements. So in this week's Let Us De-Influence You segment, we're going to talk about electrolyte powders, and I'm sure that you have been influenced to get an electrolyte powder.
For sure. I have at least 2 in my cabinet right now that I use, and I like them. I don't think there doesn't necessarily have to be anything wrong with them. But there are some things to consider if you were thinking about it, especially if, hey, have you seen the economy? Grocery budgets are tight.
Do you need this, or is it just a useful tool?
Yep. So let's talk about it. First of all, they're expensive.
Yes.
That's a good reason not to get anything. Honestly, they are expensive. You usually have to special order them because, let's be honest, the stuff at the grocery store is crap.
Delicious.
Yeah, which is
a red flag, honestly.
Right.
If your electrolyte powder is delicious.
That's concerning.
Yeah.
Because you know what? They might have ingredients you wouldn't normally use.
Yeah.
Whether that's, some of them have colors. Some of them have,
artificial sweeteners,
or even like stevia. I know we have a friend who cannot do stevia. It gives her
I've backed
awful
off
gas.
on stevia. I don't love the taste anyway, and
Yeah.
there's enough research about it affecting fertility that I'm like,
Yes.
I'd rather just avoid this.
Yeah, I agree with you. Stevia doesn't bother me too much. The taste I could take or leave. I just figure I'm not cooking with it. I'm not baking with it.
Yeah.
So occasionally when I encounter it, I don't get excited about it. But it is something to consider if you're, buying a powder. Like it might have things that you wouldn't normally use.
Yeah.
Including poor forms of minerals.
Yep.
It's whatever.
Some of them just use table salt rather than an actual good salt.
Yeah.
That's specifically what I was thinking about when I was thinking about poor forms of minerals, but definitely other things too.
Yeah, along with that, a lot of times they have bad ratios. Electrolytes are all about ratios, about your sodium to your potassium to there's kind of this magic balance that you need. And some of them are, really salt heavy because it's cheap, especially if it's table salt.
Yeah. And so you might, if it's a poor ratio, it might not be doing what you think it should be doing, or you might not reach the goal you were specifically looking for.
Yeah.
And then most importantly, you can get electrolytes from food.
What?
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
I know they'll sell you these electrolyte powders because you're going to be depleted if not, but you can get electrolytes from your food. And honestly, you'll probably absorb them better and they'll be in better ratios.
And also, you have to eat anyways.
Yeah, might as well make it mineral rich.
I love it. Yep. So some really easy ways to get more minerals in your food sources. Spring water. I think we might just mention spring water
Every episode.
That's our new Roman Empire, I think.
Yeah.
At the end, if we don't have a chance to mention it, we'll just yell spring water.
I was going to say, can you listen, do a little tracker and be we'll do the ding every time someone says spring water.
It should be a a glass pouring.
Everyone will have to pee by the end of the episode.
I'm going to have to anyway, so it's okay. Potatoes and white potatoes. Listen, white potatoes, yellow potatoes, red potatoes, they have better ratios of potassium than bananas. Not that bananas have bad ones, but really, potatoes have a lot.
Everyone says you eat a banana if you want to get your potassium up. Potatoes have more, so eat a potato.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
We love a dang potato.
I do love a potato. I think maybe we need a tribute to potatoes this time.
Oh,
we could talk about potatoes
forever.
We really could. Speaking of things we could talk about forever, milk. Milk has tons of electrolytes, you guys.
Yes.
It actually has a lot of magnesium. It has potassium. It has all
iodine,
the things.
which you can't get anywhere else.
I know. I think about this a lot. This lives rent-free in my head. My dad's a dairy farmer. We've talked about this before. And, he's working in the hot summer sun hours and hours all day. And when it's hot, he does take a jug of water. But as a kid, he would maybe drink water when he came in the house. But otherwise didn't. As an adult, I'm puzzled. I'm going, he never had electrolyte powders. He never, he
Had
really,
his hydro jug.
yeah, he didn't take a water bottle
Yeti.
everywhere. Yeah, you know what my dad always did? He drank probably 2 full glasses of milk every meal. So it's like, there it
Very
is.
hydrating.
Yep, that's what it is. Along with that, salt. We're on a Baja Gold kick.
I love the Baja Gold salt.
I've been so happy with it. My only complaint about it is we have like the really fine powdered one, and it is so mineral rich that it's like wet.
Yes, it's
It
kind of
doesn't
clumpy.
sprinkle.
I put some on eggs this morning, and Garrett was like, "Did you just like drop a bunch of salt on my egg?" And I was like,
Accidentally,
"It's the clumpy
yes.
salt." So it's like I try to sprinkle it, but it kind of clumps.
Yeah. So unless I'm like rubbing it on a meat or like putting in my scrambled eggs, I usually don't I don't even try to sprinkle it because it just doesn't work. We're going to try the larger form and a grinder and see if that helps. We'll report back. But anyways, there's lots of other salts too. But Baja Gold has all of the like the monthly reports of like they test for heavy metals, like all those things. So that's what sold us on
like
Baja
the quality
Gold
report. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but there's other options too. So salt your food. You can salt your drinks. You can put a pinch of salt in your water.
Yep. I always tell people before you buy an electrolyte powder, just try putting salt in your drink. It's cheap, it's easy, and you don't have to invest in anything, and you don't have to worry about it. Like, just put a pinch of salt in your water.
And if it's a pinch of salt in your big water bottle, you're not going to taste it. It's not like, oh, I'm drinking salt water. Like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, or if you really, like, I have a hard time tolerating the taste of, like, even just a tiny bit of salt and water, put a pinch under your tongue, drink some water.
Yeah.
Because then it's like the next drink of water isn't going to be salty too, just that first one.
I've also seen people, like, mix honey and salt, like a good quality salt and honey. And then you can take a little bit. People use it, like, especially if they have insomnia and stuff.
Yes.
So that they can kind of feed their liver real quick and go right back to sleep. Fruits have tons of minerals, fruit juices. I mean, we love whole fruits, but also you can make an adrenal cocktail with, just Google it. It'll give you tons of recipes with like usually orange juice, coconut water, salt.
A citrus source, a potassium source, and a salt source is what you're looking for. That's like what makes up an adrenal cocktail.
Make you feel like $100. Organ meats have lots of minerals if you can get them in any which way, whether it's encapsulated or ground into your ground meat, or maybe you like liver and onions. That's awesome. You do that because those have tons of minerals. And last but not least, food has minerals.
In case you missed it
Food has minerals. Eat your food. Focus on local food, fresh food. The fresher, the better. That's why, the longer something sits on a shelf, the less nutrients, the less minerals. They just denature.
Yep.
So the fresher, the better.
Yep. Let this be your plug to find a local food source if you can. And something I didn't think about until we were talking about it is when we say like food has minerals and you can get electrolytes from food, minerals and electrolytes are basically the same thing.
Right.
Like there are specific minerals that are named electrolytes, but they're the same thing.
Yes.
Like,
good clarification.
We didn't just switch topics on you. Like we're talking about the same thing.
Good clarification.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, wait a minute. We never explained that.
Eat your food.
Just eat food.
I'm so excited about this episode. It's 2012, y'all. And we're going to talk about, we're bringing Hygge back.
I'm going to attempt not to say Hygge too many times because I don't, like my brain doesn't want me to say it that way. It wants me to say it another way.
Say it. How does you say it?
Hygge.
It's not.
It's not. And also it does make me want to sing Bringing Sexy Back, like by Justin Timberlake.
Sing it.
No. I can't.
The people want what they want, Kayla. But I was so into Hygge. I like all things cozy, all things like, and this came, my own personal like Hygge journey came as a need to not be miserable in the winter. Old Emily from yesteryear hated winter, hated snow. She hated when like that first brisk breeze comes because it's like, here it comes. It's going to be awful. And y'all, I live in the snow belt. I don't know if you know what the snow belt is, but we live just far enough away from a Great Lake that we literally get dumped on by snow. We have set national records where we live. So like I was literally miserable more than I wasn't. And one, that's not fun. That's not sustainable. And also my husband really loves winter and he really loves snow and I love him. So this was my contribution to our marriage, was not being miserable. So all that to say, I really embraced Hygge when I learned about this. And it's just like the art of coziness.
I'm going to Google it real quick.
You should. Yeah. I get the actual definition.
Yeah.
It's like a Scandinavian word.
Oh, yeah. Hygge is a word in Danish and Norwegian that describes a cozy, contented mood evoked by comfort and conviviality.
Oh,
I like that word.
that's beautiful. I might name my child that.
Conviviality?
Conviviality.
Just call her Viv.
So we're going to kind of give you a good like bullet point list of like, here's what we would do if we're starting from scratch with this like Hygge spirit as we're getting into October and it's like cozy season. I think we all kind of like lean this way naturally, but if you need help really embracing the season and being like, this is not miserable, this is just different than it was in July. So
yeah.
let's go for
What a blessing it is to have seasons.
To have seasons.
Try to remind myself.
And I would hope, we all have warm houses and we have the capacity to, get a few blankets out and say, this is Hygge. We are embracing the coziness. So, I think the right place to start is with gratitude. We're going to practice gratitude. We're going to look for the good. Instead of saying like, well, I can't wear shorts, what can you wear? Do you have a cozy pair of sweatpants?
I live for sweatpants.
I'm so millennial. Leggings are
leggings
my jam.
too, but I recently got like some great pairs of joggers from Athleta. I freaking love those things because they have pockets.
Pockets, that is what I miss.
And I don't really love like the tight all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're just like, they're the right amount of tight and loose.
But they don't look like totally like frumpy. They're actually kind of trendy.
Yeah. The pockets are stupid. I know they do have pockets, but I lost my cell phone in Kentucky one time because I was wearing these pants. And everything falls out of them as soon as you sit down, and I just didn't realize it. Anyway.
All that to say that what is your good? What is your good thing that do you love watching your kids from inside look out the window at them playing in the snow? Do you love that it's hot coffee season again? Do you love like all of these cozy drinks? Do you love that you have this favorite blanket that your grandma made that you can finally pull out? Do you love a good puzzle? Do you love that we're like
I live for this. Like this is like my entire personality.
Honestly, yes. We're hobbits at heart. Yes. I don't know if you know that about us yet.
Yes.
We just like
if you couldn't tell
we just wax poetic about potatoes.
Yes, if you couldn't tell by the way we just talked about potatoes, now you can definitely tell.
Now you can tell.
I want to just sit in my stuffed armchair.
I know.
With I guess I don't really want a pipe, but
I know. It's like I want to smoke a pipe, but I actually don't
really. Cup of coffee and a book.
I know.
Oh.
Yep, soup. Oh my gosh. All I've wanted all summer is soup, and the season is upon us. So you need to make your own list of things that like, what are you thankful for? What are you glad you have? Yeah. I bet it's bigger than you think it is. Mm-hmm. Something that we've been doing recently at our house, actually not so recently, we have had twinkle lights for a while. We've put twinkle lights up. It was like, it made us feel like we were at the family camp. That was like a big family camp thing. And we wanted our house to feel that way. But we've recently been changing out a lot of our LEDs for old school incandescents. They're still kind of hard to find. We found those yellow bug repellent lights, or like they don't repel bugs, but they don't attract them. That we've been putting in like places that stay on at night, or like places that we tend to leave on at night, or use at night, so that we're not doing so many LEDs after dark. And it's so cozy. It will make you sleepy though, so be warned.
That's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Another thing you could try is rearranging your furniture, and gathering like all your cozy blankets, or if you have a fireplace, or you could get I think some people do like gas fireplaces, like just something to cozy up your environment, or even like throw a fireplace on your TV.
Yeah.
Like just do anything. Or I was thinking you could light some candles, like just literally anything to like bring that. I don't know. There's those woodwick candles that like kind of
crackle and pop. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's like, I don't know, just all the things to make it cozy again.
Mm-hmm.
You can also host a soup night with friends. In our last episode, was it our last? Yes, it was our
Yes.
last episode. We talked about how we had a soup night with friends. This is a great way to celebrate the changing of the seasons and the ways that we like pull back from like overextending ourselves all summer and like running and doing and all the places and vacations. And in the fall, we kind of like draw back into our own little communities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great way to inspire that. And if it's not like super great the first time, just keep trying it, because that's where found family begins, is
Yeah.
like in those cozy little soup nights.
That makes me like all kinds of warm and
I
fuzzy.
know.
We're going to be so cozy after this
I
episode.
know.
Something that you should do, because it's okay to be uncomfortable sometimes, is spend time in the cold,
Makes you
because
appreciate the warmth more.
it does. It's two things, right? It's like psychological and of, hey, I really enjoy how warm my 68-degree house is
Yeah.
after I come in from playing in the snow or whatever, or going for a walk, whatever it is. But the other thing too, like biologically speaking, the cold can be good for you.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
why people are obsessed with like cold plunging or whatever. Like it getting yourself in other environments, especially the environment you live in, is actually super good for you. Biologically speaking, circadian rhythm speaking, like all the things.
Yeah. I always think of my mom saying, go outside and get the stink blown off you.
My dad says that too.
And it's like, I always just think of that, especially when it's like cold and brisk, because it's like
Mhm.
the last thing you want to do is go outside.
And you have like an attitude about it, so like it
Yes.
makes even more sense that you need to blow the stink off.
Yeah, it's not your actual like physical stink, it's your attitude stink.
Whoops. Yes, agreed. And I think our favorite segment
Yeah,
here,
I was gonna say this is my favorite.
cozy drinks. All the
Yes.
cozy drinks. Morning, noon, and night. We're doing cozy drinks.
Yes.
Hot chocolate's a big one at my house. Spiced cider, teas, and then spend some time learning what your coffee order is. Maybe get some decaf so you can have it not
Yeah.
just at the first part of the day.
Mhm.
There's so many.
My
Do you-
favorite is a cup of decaf after dinner. I don't know why.
Because we're old.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so
But it's
good.
like it just like that's what I want before bed.
Mm-hmm.
And in with the tea, I was gonna mention chai. Chai is
Yes.
technically a tea, but it
Yes.
is like the penultimate fall drink to me.
Yes.
'Cause
And it's
like, a
warming,
little
not just because it's
spicy.
warm, but because it has the spices that are
Yeah.
warming and stuff, and just so seasonal. Something I like to do, we have like a percolator for our coffee.
Mhm.
It's like a stovetop situation. And I will sprinkle cinnamon in the little basket with the
Yeah.
grounds. And it just like, it's fall. Like,
Yes.
it's so good. Do you have any, like, just quick off the top of your head resources for like learning coffee? If you were going to start from scratch, you didn't know anything, where would you start?
Well, first of all, I think it's important to figure out like what kind of coffee you like, because like different coffees have different flavors.
Right.
And so like if you're used to drinking like Maxwell House or Folgers, like maybe branch out and like look at some like specialty coffees. There's some that are like more affordable than like the really expensive stuff. And like there's different blends with different flavor profiles. Like you'll see it's like this one's chocolatey, this one's nutty, this one's bright, citrusy, floral. Kind of figure out what you like. A good way to figure that out is to like go to a coffee shop and like talk to them and see like what they have and see if you can like try some different things. Maybe you don't like drip coffee. Maybe you only like a latte
Sure.
or something like that. Just kind of like figuring out like the form of coffee you like, the kind of coffee you like. And then once you kind of get there, my favorite resource for like making coffee at home is an app called Filtrue.
Okay.
And it kind of walks you through how to make coffee with whatever method you have.
Oh,
So,
that's
like,
really cool.
I use an AeroPress because I'm only making coffee for 1 or 2 people at a time. And so you can make 1 cup of coffee with an AeroPress. And it's like spot on every time. If you have a mocha pot, if you have a pour over, if you have even like a drip coffee maker, it has all kinds of instructions, and you like click on it, you input however many cups you want to make, and then um, it walks you through it step by step how to make your coffee. And that's how I learned how to make great coffee.
That's really cool. I'm going to look that one up actually.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, like you can go like all out and have all of the things and like a great collection of coffee devices that cost like so much money, but like you can keep it simple too.
Mm-hmm.
Mocha pots are not expensive. They're nice and
Yeah.
little. You don't necessarily need to have like a professional frother. They're great. They're awesome.
Yes.
But you can have a little battery operated one or just a whisk and some determination.
Yes.
Like you don't have to go all out and be a maximalist in this. You can if
Yeah.
you want, if that you want that to be your hobby, but don't feel like in order to make good coffee, I have to have all the things.
Right. And it's like frothing is fun, but to me it's like the steamed milk is what's like important.
Right, which you can do on the stovetop.
Yeah, which is
too.
really easy to do on a stovetop. There's like there's a lot I've come a long way. Like I've just kind of built my coffee thing over the years with like Christmas and birthday gifts.
Yes.
Because like I don't want to spend money on a frother, but I don't have any trouble asking for one for Christmas.
Yes.
So
Yes.
like I spent a lot of years buying pre-ground coffee, and now I have a grinder and I grind my own.
Mhm.
I spent a lot of years steaming milk on the stovetop, and now I have a steamer frother, and like it just like over the years I've kind of built things out. I love my AeroPress. That's my favorite coffee thing, but it's only because I'm only really ever making 1 or 2 cups of coffee at a time.
Sure.
And it makes it really easy, and it like makes it. I'm on a coffee tangent now.
Go for it.
Whoops.
Go girl.
It makes it easy to do like a cup of like coffee, like a drip coffee basically, and you can also like make a really strong coffee like an espresso.
Yes.
So it's like not technically an espresso, but it's close enough.
Has the strength.
Yep, and it's really easy to do that with just one kind of coffee maker.
That's cool. That's good to know. Yeah. I'm going to piggyback off of that and say also like teas are awesome. Go ahead and look for like some loose leaf teas. Look for something a little higher quality. Yeah. And again, you don't need anything fancy. A simple stainless steel like tea strainer thing works great. It works awesome.
Yeah.
We have a friend who swears by farmhouse teas. Mm-hmm. I have not tried them, but they look delicious.
Yep.
Or I'm sure if you were to poke around your city, your town, I bet you have a local tea shop too. But it's worth the time to like, if this is what's going to bring you joy this winter, it's worth the time to like kind of invest in it a little bit.
Spending $10 on a little tea ball, like to put your loose leaf tea in, is a lot better than sitting around looking miserable.
There you have it.
I'm full of wisdom.
So funny. Put it on a t-shirt. We also are big fans of like cozy books in the winter, in the cozy season. We were going to make some recommendations, and then we kind of realized that like these are like cozy books are very personal. Yeah,
I was going to say, I think everyone has a different version of what's a cozy book to them.
I think probably something that brings whimsy, something from your childhood, or maybe like something that tends to be a children's book. We kind of mentioned like Harry Potter, it like tends to be cozy to us, but if you're more really against that, that's cool. That's fine.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe a romance is cozy to you. Maybe you reread Twilight every October, like whatever it is.
Cozy mysteries,
anything like that. Like whatever's cozy to you, that's what's cozy. Which is probably goes for our cozy movie and show recommendations. I do have a few I wanted to plug because we love classic Disney at our house.
Me too.
So our younger kids, like they hadn't seen Peter Pan or 101 Dalmatians or like all these things that are like really cozy to us. So we've been like breaking those out in the evening. And you know what I love is, yes, it's this big screen that's on. Yes, it's LED lighting, circadian rhythm, whatever. But those classic Disney movies, they are so much more chill. They are not as stimulating. They're not as overstimulating. The colors aren't as like in your face.
They're telling a story.
You kind of have to pay attention to the story to understand what's happening. The music scores are beautiful. Like, yes, movies, yes, TV. I understand if that's not part of your family culture, and that's totally fine. But like, those might be worth your time.
Yeah.
Especially if you have kids. But honestly, even if you don't have kids.
I don't have kids, and I watch quite a bit of
Yeah.
Disney.
I was like, we put it
I
on
love
because
Disney
we want to
movies.
see it. Yeah. And then my cozy show that I would watch in the winter is Murder, She Wrote.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what it is about it. Angela Lansbury reminds me a lot of my grandmother who's passed away. So I think it's a little bit of that. And it just, I don't know. It's like, if you haven't seen it, she's a widowed, older turned mystery writer who lives in like, I don't remember what the town is called, but like this cute little town in Maine. So it's very like blustery, and she rides her bicycle everywhere, but she also solves murders. Like it's
Very cozy.
It's cozy. It's worth your time if you haven't seen it. Very classic. So these are just like some ideas to kind of get you started in your like little pursuit of Hygge this winter. Like, join us in our coziness.
Yeah. And I think we're committing ourselves to it now so that way we don't back out. But we're going to have an ebook for you guys with some recipes.
Oh, she said it now. We're committed.
Yep, we're going to do it. We're going to have like recipes for different kinds of soup, different kinds of drinks, and like maybe like a build your own soup night kind of guide. It's just going to be a few pages and free, but
yeah, always free for the time being. It's we want to bring you some resources because I love a good printable download situation, something cutesy and fall and wintry. So
we hope be on the lookout for that.
Happy Hygge. So Kayla, I think what's good is a shared one again. We're back. We're podcasting. We're doing the thing.
It's so good to be back.
I know.
We love it.
We were just talking about how good it is to like be able to like kind of step out of our lives and come to this like this space that's like already set up for us, and it's clean, and there's cute cats, and like and we just really appreciate our sister and brother-in-law like being so welcoming. Like they're hardly even home when we're coming here, so we're like literally letting ourselves in and like going through their fridge. No, I'm kidding, we don't do that.
As far as I know,
you know. Or like when they're here, they're often like making us coffee and stuff. Like it's just really sweet, and it's nice. It feels like people on our team that want us to succeed.
Right.
You know, when it's just the two of us, it was kind of us just being like, we can do it. We're going to make it. But then somebody else coming from the outside and being like, hey, you guys are doing a good job.
Yeah. And our brother-in-law, he sets up everything for us.
He does.
And he left us little notes on gaff tape.
I took pictures of them.
Oh my goodness.
I said to you, I was like, how did we marry off our little sister but somehow gained a big brother? I don't understand.
He's the youngest of us siblings.
Yeah, of all of us.
And he just brings such big brother energy. It's like, I know he's like much younger than me. And I'm still like,
I feel so taken care of.
It's my big brother.
I know. We appreciate you guys. And you guys allow us to be back at it. Because quite frankly, if we were still recording at my kitchen table, we may have given up. I think there's a good chance.
Yeah, very most possibly.
You've been listening to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast.
To learn more about my one-on-one packages, join my mailing list and follow me on Instagram at Kayla King Wellness.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Good Enough Wellness Podcast feed wherever you listen to podcasts. You don't want to miss an episode.
Follow us on Instagram at Good Enough Wellness Podcast to learn about upcoming episodes and join our free Patreon to interact with the Good Enough community.
The Good Enough Wellness Podcast, because good enough can be good enough.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Me too.